What's up, guys? Kid 1973 again. So today I'm at my grandma's house. That's why it looks different from a couple of my other videos that I showed you guys. So I'm gonna be here for a while. So if I make a couple videos from here, it's okay. I didn't move or anything. You guys probably don't even care, but just saying, because there's a lot of snow outside right now, and don't know about going home. But anyway, I brought all my gear here, so no worries, I can still make videos. So I have a deck that I'm pretty excited about today. I'm going to call it my Defender deck because it all runs off defending with your two backline creatures. So, yeah, I'm going to mess up my comfortableness. I'm sitting in my chair right now and show you guys the deck. So, check it out. Alright, so very basic creature setup. You've got Overworlders, and then you've got two generic creatures. So on the front line, we've got Staluk with the Mind Prism, Kinian, Ambassador of the Mepedians with the Ring of Naren, and Lorena with the Heptad's Crown. In the second row, sorry about the shininess, we've got Smilden and the Phobia Plates, and another Smilden with the Drill Desert Customized Rig. And in the back, a Cato with the Magician's Lyre. Now, I know what you're thinking. You're probably thinking I've gotten mad, putting Lorena and Kinian, Ambassador of the Mepedians, on the front line. That's not what your strategy is going to be. And before I get to that, I'm going to explain what you're going to do on the offensive. So, sorry, repositioning my own body here. So if it is your turn first, which, let's say this case is, you would attack with Staluk. Now, Staluk is equipped with the Mind Prism to give him 60 energy, so that's a major energy boost. And since this is an Earth deck, Staluk has Earth 5. You can see that there. So that'll boost his Earth attacks and make it easier for him to code the opposing creature. So that's basically your offensive strategy for your first attack. The next thing that I'm going to explain is when you're on the defense. So it's actually, in this case, a good thing that your opponent attacks first, because they're most likely going to attack either Lorena or Kinian, because, you know, they're just weak and vulnerable and easy to code. What you're going to do is if you can see here, sorry for the glare of the light, both of your Smildens have Defender Earth. So, what you're going to do is you're going to use Defender to pull Lorena back, or Kinian back, into Smilden's spot, and Smilden up here, and Smilden, obviously, as you guys know from the Defender effect, battles the creature that was attacking the creature you defended. So, that way you don't have to fight with Lorena or Kinian, and you can pull them back and attack with your Smildens first. So it's basically a trap that you're set on your battle board. And this is actually a really useful strategy on that went through my head. I was sitting here in my grandma's house thinking, I was like, what am I gonna do it's gonna put a lot of creatures that nobody's ever seen me use before. And so I decided to put Lorena and Kinian on my battle board so that you guys would be a little bit surprised. But I figured out a strategy to make them stronger if ever needed. So I'll explain that when I get to the music. But, yeah, so if they actually end up attacking Staluk because they want to get rid of the bulky creatures first, what you do is if you don't want to fight with Staluk, you pull this Smilden up. So, yeah, and this deck is very annoying, or this Smilden is very annoying for stat decks, because first of all, his effect, obviously he's got Defender, but you can give up one of his 2 music counters to make the location lose all of its abilities. So stat decks that run Newman Voidland or Isaiah Mindsgrind Chambers, they'll lose their effects and you can keep your elements. And also, he's got the Phobia Plates, which makes it so that challenges made against equipped creature fail, so that their challenges won't win. So this deck actually just bashes on stat decks, which are becoming way more popular, I've noticed. So, yeah. That way you got both your Smildens on the front line, And once your Smilden comes up here with Staluk, you're gonna probably worry, be like, oh crap, now I can't defend Kinian with this Smilden. I have to use this Smilden, and if I use this Smilden, I won't be able to defend Lorena. That's okay, because this Smilden will come up here, and he'll still be able to defend Kinian. This Smilden will still be back here to defend both of them. And so, yeah. Once you get both the Smildens on the front line, this is the Smilden you're going to want to use most because he's going to have the most energy. He'll be at 85 energy once his battle gear resolves. So, yeah. So I'm going to show you guys the music first because that's the thing that's going to really tip the scales. So, I put Nourishing Nocturne in here. This is also one of the very major strategies to this deck. I equipped a Kato with the Magician's Lyre so that he will be able to cast this music. Once you cast this music, you can give up, or you can sacrifice a minion creature and give target creature all the scanned energy of that creature that you sacrificed. So, in this case, you would sacrifice a Kato, and after you use the Magician's Lyre, so that way you don't have to waste your musics with these guys, and you give that to a Kato, and you sacrifice him, and then one of those creatures gains energy equal to his energy, which is 70, so they will gain 70 energy, which is a major boost, and that's... Nourishing Nocturne is actually one of my favorite musics out there, because I have a lot of minion creatures, and I like to sacrifice them to give my other creatures boosts. So in this case, if you really actually wanted to battle with Lorena, you could do that, because you give 70 energy to her, put her at 95. She'll be the strongest creature on your battle team. So with that said, let's go through the rest of the music. It's a good little combo there. Anthem of Stone, to give creatures Earth 5, or if Newman Voidland or Isaiah Mind's Grand Chamber comes up, evidently, and for some reason you can't use Smilden's effect, or you've already used it more than once, or more than able to, you can use this to give your creatures Earth. So that's good. Cannon of Casualty to deal damage. Lorena has the Heptad's Crown so that she can cast this music, the Underworld music. Refrain of Denial, Overworld, Underworld, to dispel target Overworld or Underworld music. This should also be cast by Lorena because she has that. So don't waste your Magicians off Lorena for the other music because that will be cast by someone else. Use the cannon and the refrain. Iflar's Improvisation. Now this will give your creatures strike 30. So that's amazing. Or it will give one creature. But you don't need a Heptad's Crown to cast this with an Overworlder, because Kinian's special effect is she can cast Mapetian Music. So you're going to cast Iflar's Improvisation off Kinian, and that will be sweet. So yeah. And then Rhyme of the Reckless should also be cast by Kinian. So yeah. This is actually a really good music deck that I decided I'd put together. You've got Denying Music, you've got Damage Music, you've got Strike Music, you've got just everything in there. Except for Healing, which, I don't know, it doesn't really matter. You don't really need to heal anything. They have high energy and defenders. So, yeah. Really fast, because I'm running out of time, locations. The Barracks. Castle Bodrin to bring back a music counter. Crymorph Barricades, because it's got a lot of defender ups, so I would attack with your Smildens on this one. Hive Gallery, Earth Initiative. Darkened Dunes to give your creatures range and swift 1, because they all have Earth. Gloomuk Swamp to up your Earth attacks and bash on fire attacks. And 2 Chamber of Waves. Don't know why I put those in there, but they work. So, yeah. Quickly through attacks, 2 quick exit, 2 squeeze play, 2 mirthquake, 2 piercing brilliance, traditionalist charge, heptagon hail, vine snare, 2 mind sink, streak strike, 2 trampling tackle, rustoxic, geyser gush, think ray, and pillar quake. So yeah, I hope you guys like this deck. I didn't really spend that much time making it because I already had all my creatures in mind. The thing that really messed me up was the attack deck. That was the thing that I struggled with the most, but I also kind of struggled with battle gear. But in the end, it worked out pretty good. You got earth attacks, you got wisdom attacks, you've got your defender, you've got your sacrificial creature, and yeah. So thank you guys for watching. Subscribe. This is not a tribute army. This is just fun deck that I enjoy playing. So yeah, as always, keep your 1973 out. Thanks.